if you are thinking of traveling to Turkey in 2024, you need to know some of the apps that I'm about to mention to you, because they're gonna save you time, they're gonna save you money, they're gonna save you energy and the struggle, and they're gonna give you a smooth journey when you are navigating, or maybe when you are actually traveling here in Turkey, because you want to enjoy yourself, whether you are coming for business, whether you are coming for study, whether you are coming for work, whether you are coming just to visit, explore the beautiful Turkey. This video is for you, so stay tuned, because I'm going to be revealing to you my top 10 apps that you can actually install, maybe on your mobile phone or whichever device that you're using, and it is most of them, or maybe all of them, they are for free, so that you can be on the go if you're thinking to travel to Turkey in 2024. So without wasting any time, let's dive in. Now, you might be wondering, why did I even choose these apps, or what the criteria that I used to actually select these apps? First of all, I'm thinking about, or I did my own review, or maybe my own research in terms of actually accessibility, in terms of actually usability, in terms of actually the availability in the entire country. Because let me tell you, there are some restriction when it comes to application. Not every app that you use in your country, you will find it here in Turkey. So I wanted to actually give you the best ones, and also the top ones, and also the ones that are, I'm sure if you come even in Turkey, you're gonna be able to use them. So without wasting any time, let's dive into the top 10 apps that you need if you are coming to travel to Turkey, or if you're thinking of traveling to Turkey in 2024. Now, the very first app that I want to share with you, I know this one, it is worldwide. You have seen it, or maybe you have been using it all over, and it is very important to have this application, because it's gonna help you in terms of actually navigating through the entire journey if you are coming here in Turkey. The first application that I'm talking about, it is, or maybe it is about Google Maps. You need to have these apps at all, whether even if it is not here in Turkey, wherever you are going. And especially for the newcomers, if you don't know any place, or maybe you don't know where you are going, you need this application on your device, because it's gonna help you to know the maps in terms of actually where you are going. For instance, if you're going from, maybe you want to go to dine into, or maybe in a certain restaurant, maybe you have the name of the restaurant, but you don't know exactly where it is, or you don't know the distance, or maybe the location where it is, depending on where you are. You can use Google Map to check the information about that restaurant. You can also use Google Maps to actually check the traffic, the route that you are going to use if we have traffic. You can also use the Google app to actually map, actually to check whether in terms of actually the reviews, using the same thing, and also get information about the place that you are going. Okay, so it is one of the best applications that I highly recommend, whether you are coming to Turkey for business, whether you are coming for study, whether you are coming for work, whether you are coming just to tour this beautiful country. You need this application. It's gonna save you a lot in terms of even money. Remember, it also gonna give you the, for instance, depending on where you are, you can get the information how long it's gonna take, so you can calculate if you're using a taxi or an Uber, or maybe if you are using public transportation, you have an idea how much you're gonna be spending on a day, or maybe during your journey going to that particular place. Okay, so that is the very first one that I highly recommend you. If you haven't installed Google Maps, try it today. All right, so let's move on to the second one. Now, the second one is one of my best, and I have used it several times. I'm still using it because it helps me in terms of actually learning, or maybe language learning. I'm learning Turkish and other languages, and this application has helped me in terms of actually knowing phrases, communication with the locals, and I'm talking about the Google Duolingo. okay, not Google Duolingo, actually Duolingo app. Okay, I'm gonna be going to maybe giving you another application that can actually help you in terms of actually language learning. Now, why am I choosing Duolingo or Duolingo? It is because it is so easy to actually use, and actually it gives you that interface in terms of interaction. It can actually help you even in terms of how the words are being spoken. It is one of the best application and the very easiest one that you can actually use to learn foreign languages, especially if you want to talk with the locals, you want to sound like a local person, you want to do business and people think that you are local. Then this application is going to help you very much. It's going to help you, instead of you coming to Turkey, maybe you are coming for business and you are going to the malls or maybe to the bazaars and you are talking fluent English, because if they realize that you are not somehow Turkish, they're gonna overcharge. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them, they might take advantage of you and think that, oh, because you're a foreigner, you have euros, you have dollars, so let's request so much money. But if you try to speak most of the time their language, the Turkish language, because it is their national language, let me tell you, they're gonna think that you have been here and you know the prices, you know everything, so they will keep it cool. Okay, but I'm not saying that all of them, they normally do this, but we have a little bit who are somehow not genuine. Now, this application has helped me personally in terms of actually learning Turkish, and right now I can averagely speak Turkish. Like for instance, if I meet you for the first time and I don't know you, instead of telling you how are you, I'll tell you marhaba. Okay, and then we can have a conversation as people or maybe locals here. Okay, for instance, if I want to ask how much, I'll just say ne kadar, or maybe fiat ka fiat ne kadar. I'm still learning, but I think ne kadar, it is something like how much, or maybe fiat is that, I think it is money in terms of actually business wise. Or maybe if I want to ask you how are you, maybe you're feeling bad, maybe you are looking at me like this and I'm like, hey, I will not even say hey, I'll say maybe naslisin, or maybe just to be informal. If I know you, we have been friends together, I can actually tell you napio, maybe something like that, some sort of that. So this application Duolingo is one of the best that I highly recommend you to try. Now, something similar to Duolingo, you can use Google Translate, especially in terms of writing text messages. If you want to send a message, maybe you want to buy something and you don't know how to talk or to speak to a Turkish local or a Turkish person, you can use Google Translate to actually get the information, pass the information, or maybe show them what you want, and they're gonna navigate through. And one thing about Turkish people is about communication. They really are into good in terms of communication with foreigners or maybe visitors or maybe tourists, because they understand that Turkey is one of the most visited country, and they have to make sure that they are good in terms of actually doing business. So if you're coming to Turkey to do business, I highly recommend you, if you don't know any Turkish, I highly recommend you, either you have a Google translator or maybe Google or maybe the application called Duolingo. Tell me in the comment section which one is your favorite, which one have you tried, and which language are you learning. All right, coming at my third is actually about reviews. You want to go to a certain place, maybe you want to go to a certain restaurant and you don't have any information about that place. The best application that I highly recommend you to try, it is in terms of actually Trip Advisor or TripAdvisor. I'm not sure if I'm saying the right word. TripAdvisor application has a lot of reviews on certain places depending on where you are going. Maybe you want to visit the beautiful Cappadocia, whereby we have these hot balloons. You want to go to see these caves and stuff like that, and you don't have any information about the place, but you have heard people talking about it. You can go to TripAdvisor and then you get millions millions of reviews about that place. Just type in what you are looking for, or maybe where you are going, and you'll have an idea from people who have visited that place, and you can read through depending on where you are going, to see, is it even good for you, is it worth it, how much you're gonna be spending. And also it has a lot of information in terms of updated information, even from the people who just visited that entire places. Okay, so that is an application that I highly recommend you to try, or maybe to have on your devices wherever you are going, even not when it is not only about Turkey, but because the video is about Turkish, that's why I'm talking about Turkey. Another very important application that I highly recommend you to have it on your mobile phone, or maybe on your devices, depending on which one you are using. It is in terms of money wise, and that is XE currency. XE currency, helps you to actually know the rates in terms of actually conversion, in terms of how much the lira is. When I talk about the lira, I'm talking about Turkish money, how much the dollar is compared to the money that you have. You can actually check through, because it has around 180 currencies, foreign currencies, that you can actually convert and see the rate at which you are going to be getting your money, so that when you are here, you are not being scammed. Okay, so it is one of the application. Maybe you came here in Turkey and you don't have maybe Turkish lira, and you want to buy something, and you have maybe $50 or maybe 50 euros. Instead of you thinking, oh, this is because I have taken this and this and this, it is equal to this amount. Instead of you overthinking about it, just open Google and then type in XE currency converter, and then it's gonna actually bring to you the application. Insert the amount that you have in hand, and also put their Turkish lira, the Turkish money, and then convert. It's gonna convert to you, so that you can show the person you are talking to, or maybe you want to buy stuff, this is the amount, or this is equivalent to this amount. If you want to pick some 3, 4, 5 things, they can actually use that rate to actually give you your money. Okay, or maybe give you some change, or if you are doing business regarding the amount, depending on the amount that you want or the things that you want, it can actually help you in that regard. Okay, so it is one of the best applications that I highly recommend you. If you're already in Turkey and you're thinking about how much is the Turkish lira in terms of actually comparing to maybe our African money, like Kenyan money, right now, let me tell you, Turkish lira is just going down each and every time because of the high inflation, and it's not good. Things are not good, especially for Kenyans here, or maybe people from Africa. They can bear with me, not even only people from Africa, but general, things are not good. So if you have dollars, you have euros, you guys send me. I'm gonna leave my link, my email, so that you can start gifting me. Okay, I'm just joking, but if you feel so, feel free. Now, it is one of the applications that I highly recommend you to try and actually use it wherever you are here in Turkey. Okay, another application that I highly recommend you to have, it is about booking.com. It is one of the best applications that you can use wherever you are, actually, in terms of hotel reservation, in terms of actually booking reservation, cancellation of your flights and stuff like that. You can use it. It has a lot of information, very useful information that you can find and actually navigate through in terms of actually traveling here in Turkey. So it is one of the best applications that I highly recommend you to have on your devices, so that you can have an easy time navigating through. Okay, so booking.com, it is a must you have it on your mobile phone. Now, another similar application that is almost similar but not the same, it has different functionalities, but it is very good and very useful. It is about SkyScanner. It helps you, especially in terms of actually bookings, flight booking, in terms of actually hotels, in terms of actually car rentals and stuff like that. Actually, if you are coming to Turkey and you want to rent a car, you can actually go to this application and find car hiring stuff like alerts in terms of prices and compare everything in terms of flight, in terms of bookings, hotels, stuff like that. So it is one of the applications that you must have or you must know, so that it can save you money, time, and compare everything all together. If you're traveling to Turkey, or if you are already in Turkey and you are tired of maybe using a taxi, or maybe you think that they might scam you in one way or another, you can have the application that I'm about to tell you, which is actually Uber. Uber is worldwide, like many countries uses Uber, and also in Turkey we still have Uber that actually can actually help you in terms of actually if you want to travel, or maybe in terms of transportation. It is cashless app, like you can pay in terms of actually instead of you paying cash, you can use your card to pay. And also it is convenient in terms of actually estimation. Instead of you picking a fight with the taxi driver, maybe you have come from maybe Izmir going to somewhere else, and then you are actually thinking maybe they have conned you. Instead of you going through this and this and having difficult time, you can still use Uber, and actually wherever you are, and check which car are available, so that you can book, and then you can have an easy time traveling here or going through here in Turkey. Of course, Turkey, like I said, it is a beautiful country with good transportation. Instead of you hustling, or maybe instead of you actually having a difficult time, you can still use Uber or maybe taxi, so that you can actually have an humble time. Okay, the only thing that I normally see most of the time, it is in terms of traffic. Just like in other countries, Turkey is not exceptional. It has a very, especially during the peak hours, you can find that traffic is something else. So depending on where you are, you can actually easily have an Uber ride and help you in terms of actually wherever you are going. Okay, if you're finding value in these videos, you want me to share more application, more stuff from Turkey, let me tell you, let me know in the comment section. And also you can do me one favor by liking the video, subscribing to my channel, so that we can keep on learning together. Another application that I highly recommend you to try, it is about the Packpoint. This application or this app is one of the best, because it's gonna help you in terms of actually packing. Depending on where you are, you can just put on the country that you want to travel to. In this regard, we are talking about Turkey. It's gonna give you, or maybe it's gonna give you personalized stuff, like in terms of actually what you need, what you don't need, the packing list and stuff, the essentials that you need. It's gonna recommend a lot of stuff for you, so that you are not missing anything if you are traveling, especially if you are a new traveler. So try that app and let me know how it goes. Last but not least, it is about the app that will help you in terms of actually saving money, in terms of actually traveling, or maybe in terms of actually budget tracking, or maybe budget navigation, for you to be able to know how much you have spent and also not to overspend. I'm talking about the application that is called Trail Wallet. Now, Trail Wallet is one of the best applications that you can actually install on your mobile phone or on your device, so that it can help you in terms of actually tracking your expenditure, the amount of money you are going to spend or you have spent. And also it has different kinds of conversion currencies, and also it's going to give you more information, so that you can actually know how much you're going to be spending on your stuff. Remember, you don't want to get stuck if you're traveling, because let me not kid you, if you're coming to Turkey, there are plenty of things that you're gonna see, or maybe you're gonna want to buy, and sometimes you can overspend. So instead of you going or maybe risking overspending, you can have this application, so that it can help you to actually navigate through, track how much you are spending, so that you are not going beyond, or maybe you are not going beyond your budget, to stay on your budget. Remember, traveling needs more budgeting, and also in terms of actually knowing how much you're gonna be having, so that you are not left over, or maybe you are not left out. I'm not sure if I'm using the right English, but that is the thing, you are getting it. Okay, so guys, this is the end of the video, and I just want to say thank you for watching, and also thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos, and I'll see you next in my next video. Until next time, again, I'll see you. Görüşürüz. Bye bye.